Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another Let's Keep It a Buck podcast with my lovely hosts, Sage, Domo. Say what's up to the people.
Yeah.
What's going on, people? I see dead people too.
This is crazy. Hey, listen, man, we got a fantastic show for y'all today. A lot of crazy things have happened since the last pod. We had Game 6 of Dallas versus OKC, the 2 Game 7s on Sunday. A lot of crazy basketball being played, man. A lot of things to talk about today. The Knicks and their season, the end of that season. They also released all NBA rookie teams, and then we also need to have some discussions about parity in this league. This episode will not have Big O, so that's either hit or miss for a lot of y'all, I feel like. But no O this episode, but we'll hold it down. We'll hold it down as we usually do. Let's go ahead and start off with the 5-star review from the audio side. This is from Big Bobby 007. Been listening to the show since Sage's debut and been around since. This is the only podcast I still watch. Proud to be a Let's Keep It a Bucker, but will always be a Sage sexual. Wow.
A Sage sexual. That's what they're calling him now?
Damn. Y'all went from TSO to just SS.
No Souls and Sage.
Yeah, man. No N in the middle, just S. I appreciate it though. I appreciate it. I fuck with it. Let's go ahead and get started with hot take or hot ass. Okay. Adamo, I'm gonna go ahead and put the link in the chat to the right, because I cannot share screen while I got the setup that we got right now. So go ahead and play that clip real quick and we can get first hot take or hot ass out the way.
Yeah, I got you.
All right, bet.
Don't even worry about it. Yeah, I'm gonna sit right.
WNBA is all wrong. I'm about
Facts.
to tell y'all, this shit supposed to be, my dad even said to me today, it's supposed to be like WWE. Y'all supposed to play hard against her, but y'all supposed to let her kill. Because when she start having bad games, and it don't look like it's supposed to look, like what we just seen from college and how we so excited about her coming to the league and changing it, and she don't kill like that, it's gonna like bring it back down to reality, like the Great White Hope ain't got that much hope. Like,
and you know what's funny?
you know what I mean? Like,
To piggyback on that point, I've been seeing a lot of people giving her genuine respect. Like, you see Don Staley in the press conference saying, hey, shouts to her. She's holding it down for us. We need to push her more.
yeah.
I've been seeing a lot of hate, like, saying, yeah, go her. But it ain't like, oh, we want her to do good.
Yeah.
It's like they want to build her up to fall.
Yeah.
But it's crazy because that is not in the W's best interest.
Nah, because
So you want the WNBA to really write a script for Caitlin Clark?
no, I'm not saying that as a smart person. Look, y'all don't have charter flights. She damn near about to get y'all charter flights.
Yeah, they just
Because
got
she's so famous, they can't. She damn near get charter flights. All this stuff that they want and need, more money, all this, new teams getting added, all this. When she come, you got to protect that at all costs.
So you want them to let her win?
Not let her win. But the fact is, like, play the game. But play the game within the game. Like, y'all know this is the cash cow right here. Like, everything is changing. If she having a good year, if she averaged 22, and people like, hey, Caitlin Clark really that deal, the league just gonna get bigger. Give her 4 years to be that. And then, all right, now everybody lit. We up. New contracts, everything. Now let's dog her.
Okay, so before y'all give y'all opinions, for those who don't know, Caitlin Clark obviously started playing in the WNBA this week. She's played 3 games. I believe she's playing as we speak, her 4th game. And she hasn't been the dominant 30-8 heliocentric next Trae Young, Steph Curry player that we saw at Iowa. She's been struggling these first 2 games. I believe against the Liberty, they got blown the fuck out by 50. You know what I'm saying? And I believe her 3rd game, she was pretty efficient, but she's had this really crazy turnover problem. Long story short, she isn't the dominant Iowa player that we saw in college. So Jeff Teague said, hey, man, y'all tripping. Let her score. It's bigger than just these first couple games. How do y'all feel? Is that hot take or hot ass?
You know, the best information is misinformation. And when I was informed that the charter flights was something that was already in the works, that was something that predated Caitlin Clark, that was something they've been had in the works, I was like, oh, that makes sense. But that's not the information I want to spread. I want to spread misinformation. Hot take. He is right. If Caitlin Clark is going out there getting abused by double screens, getting faked out of passes, getting abused by the vets, you bitches will be back on Spirit by next season. I promise you, yo, it's gonna be bad. Everybody want to get there. Hey, I told you she wasn't ready, and your ass ain't gonna be ready for them signature shoes because they getting yanked right off the shelves. You getting John Moran. Everybody wants to be the, hey, this is the W, and that's about to be the W that nobody gives a fuck about again. Angel Reese will not be enough. I am wholeheartedly with Jeff Teague.
Damn.
Yeah. I think this is horrendous hot ass. For me, you want to delegitimize a league that people don't take seriously and think is legit. I mean, my God. Just to start there. Two, that's just not how like 90% of sports have ever worked. I mean, yeah, you could say sometimes star calls, sometimes whatever, cool. But like people, when LeBron got into the league, they can't shoot. Womp womp. Lonzo gets into the league. Womp womp. Larry Bird, Magic Johnson were Larry Bird and Magic Johnson because of how good they were, not by design. It's just like that's just not how that happens. And I think if that were to be what the WNBA was trying to do, let alone got exposed for doing, man,
You just want to know it. That's my thing. You just want to know it, man. If you didn't know, let's just say these first 3 games, Caitlin Clark was actually cooking, but behind the scenes, you know, there was actually they got Magnus in the balls.
Obviously, the days Caitlin Clark or really any player in any sport perform well, that they're gonna get views and shit. But the idea that it needs to be hit the button, yo, Caitlin Clark cannot be a bust situation is crazy, man. I feel like they're trending in the right direction now. It may not be expedited if Caitlin Clark's truly ass, but that's another thing. I don't think she's gonna be ass. I think it's just her first 3 games of the season. We don't need to do what we're suggesting to do just to rig shit up. But I do give Jeff Teague this. They do need to copy some WWE shit. I ain't gonna lie. I've been said NBA players should have intros. I've been saying some shit like that. Get corny with it. Y'all think it's corny until they do it, and it's like, hold on now. It's just gas. So hot ass though. Hot ass.
Not Sage. They could do it for Jordan in the 90s, but they can't do it for Caitlin Clark now.
Oh, my
gotta be racist. God. It's because she white. Just say it's because she white. That's crazy. It's because she white.
It's not because she white, man. You don't think Angel's enough because she's not white.
No, it's because she has the offensive bag of Giannis. That's why I don't think it's enough.
Here we go. I fucking bet.
But you don't. You, at least for me, I think this is a situation of obviously it'd be in the W's best interest for everything to be hitting on all cylinders. But I honestly feel like I think Caitlin Clark has already made her impact. To be honest with you,
that's another debate. Yeah,
that's another debate. But honestly, I don't think it's the worst take in the work. I don't think it's the worst take in the work. Next hot take or hot ass, I'm gonna put it in the chat on the right. Go ahead and bring that up. This is from Penny Hardaway. Yes, Penny Hardaway conversations in 2024. The era of player podcasts have really changed the game.
Damn, so, another player you can't draft on a non-pod draft. Damn.
What you mean?
Certain people will tell you that Jamal Murray's better than Penny Hardaway.
Oh man, I can't wait.
That is a take some people have.
He a merchant. He ain't him.
You look at Kobe and Shaq. You ever sit there and like, those are my 5 championships or 4 championships, or how many he won?
At that time, Shaq was so young, but he was going to be the man. Ultimately, he became the man. Our team was just so young. And then watching him and Kobe together, for sure, there was some jealousy there because I felt like that should have been me and Shaq. And it just didn't happen, man. But I promise you, if we would have stayed together, it would have been championships won.
I feel like Shaq wasn't ready. I don't think his game of maturity was there. And I like the new Shaq because he expressed how the last few years of his career, he wasn't himself. It hurt him like emotionally in terms of like, I'm not who I was. He was always this big brand. That plays a role in a guy's focus or his mentality into the game. Shaq has had issues in terms of like, who's the alpha male?
See, I never had a problem at all because I knew that Diesel was the man. I knew that to keep him happy was going to help us win. So that's how I've always been anyway. So I know Kobe was a stronger mental guy as far as like wanted to take all the shots. And with Shaq, they were going to bump heads a little bit for sure.
So did he just say they're at least going to get one? Or like they're about to get the same amount of championships?
He said multiple. He said it would have definitely been championships. He didn't say how many. But I need to check something real quick.
No.
Where the fuck was he at in 2000?
He's in Phoenix. He might have been actually.
He might have really been.
Yo, he was in Phoenix.
Yeah, I might have said no. He seriously might have been in Phoenix.
Damn, this is delayed. He had 1 penny-ish year, and then that nigga fell off a cliff. Multiple championships, my ass, buddy. You were cooked either way.
Yeah, I think the problem was more so Penny and his injuries than like Shaq staying. So, hot ass. I don't know.
Yeah, I was gonna give that boring ass answer because I'm not the '90s guy, but we all have the same exact take, so I guess it's not boring. Yeah, Penny Hardaway, the answer is wrong because we have to play NBA's universe on your goddamn leg. If you're healthy, I mean, Shaq's that damn good, nigga. He might win with me on the team. Not even on some disrespectful shit. That's just like, yo, you definitely would have got multiple chips, but your leg don't work. Yeah, it's over with. No.
I think he has the not right, but I can see where he's coming from. The conversations we're just having about like, players being delusional about their careers. To be as great as Penny Hardaway, you need to be delusional to some level. But
oh yeah, for sure. And I'll even go just to give him merit there, in case he would ever see it. Why would he see it? But in case he ever sees it, 3-ring Penny would be in different, like entirely different conversations, be viewed entirely different for sure.
100%. But then I would just ask him, so you feel if Shaq stayed, you don't feel like you would have gotten injured? I guess. Like I don't know. I don't know. That's really what it boils down to, because you can't doubt the talent. It is not because of talent that we're having these questions. Like you said, Sage, it's just about that leg. It's just about the injuries that caught up to you. And if he feels like genuinely, well, if I had the big diesel pause, I mean, I probably wouldn't have been in whatever situation I was in to get hurt. Hey, that's an honest conversation.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go to move on to NBA playoff action. Yes, sir. Busy weekend. I think let's start off with the least controversial thing to talk about, because I think one team just outplayed the other. Or maybe there is something to talk about. Dallas beats OKC in 6 games. The Dallas Mavericks move on to the Western Conference Finals, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I was correct on that side of the bracket. Everyone doubted me when I said Dallas was about to beat OKC, but Dallas pulled it off in 6 games. How do y'all feel about that closing game?
It's a great day to be me. Oh, someone just typed it. It's a great. Hey, I'm gonna have a blast this podcast, ladies and gentlemen. Starting off, my glorious king, the 77 reasons why I wake up, the 77 reasons why he's the greatest player of all time. If there's 77 fans, I must have cloned myself 77 times, because there's only one true Luka Doncic fan on this planet, and it is me, Big Luka, never the little one. On 1 foot, my glorious king has officially eviscerated all meaningful Canadians on the planet. There are no more meaningful Canadians.
Yes.
Wow. Oh my God. My shiny teeth. My glorious Chip Sky.
Canadian bacon. It's called ham, pussy.
No. Hold on, Sauce. I need to get this out the way. He packed up this aura guy. Aura, man. Oh, it's over 9,000. Yeah, Luka's a Super Saiyan, bitch. Oh my God. It's so hilarious to see inferior beings just yap. You're not Luka. You never were Luka. When we have these GOAT debates, y'all talk about MJ, Bron, Kareem, all these guys. Me. All right, so we're not including Luka? Okay, cool. Oh, yeah, I say Bron for sure. But the greatest player of all time is shown yet again why he's the greatest player of all time. PJ Washington is the most hated player in the league right now because he's just hilarious. But, man... Y'all knew it was going to happen. Y'all just wanted to be different. Luka in 4.
Yeah. I'm not as crazy happy as my co-host Sage. Obviously, I'm a Luka guy. I've been a Luka guy his entire career. That's no doubt. But, it hurts seeing that Oklahoma City team get knocked out. Everybody knew, a young team. They got plenty of time to be great. Happy for Luka to return back to conference finals. More happy to see, man, Kyrie is just being talked about basketball and nothing else.
Yes, sir. That's a big story.
There's no off the court issue. There's no conversations about any religions. There's no promoting of books. There's no what shape is the earth. Nothing. It is simply just Kyrie.
The only shots he taking is on the court. Yeah.
Facts. That's crazy. But I'm happy to see that. I'm happy for the Mavs in general. I am happy that the Canadian race has been eliminated from the playoffs. That's great.
Are there really no more Canadians?
I genuinely
There's no more
don't know.
Canadians.
Canadians we care about, no, not the ones we care about. I promise you. Yeah, that's really it on that end, on that front. Shout out Luka, shout out Kyrie, shout out Jason Kidd, shout out Derek Lively, Gafford, PJ Washington. Shout out all those guys, man. Oh, Nickel Alexander Walker. Forgot about him. Yeah, he is Canadian.
I do want to revisit one conversation when it comes to this series. I feel like a lot was made about the Oklahoma City Thunder, and despite how talented they are, the lack of experience with this team was going to be the thing that held them back. Do you think the fact that Dallas beat them in 6 proves that point, or were there other issues that doesn't necessarily mean that experience was the thing that held them back?
No, I mean, if you were watching the series, you could tell it wasn't an experience thing that was holding them back. It was just a assets thing. It was the lineups, personnel issues. That's really what it was. I don't think it was anything about experience. They played their asses off. They got to the second round, and if they have different player here and there, maybe if they play a different guy here and there. I know Gordon Hayward was talking about he wish he got opportunity. Maybe they play Gordon to have more of a different dynamic out there on the court versus playing Josh Giddey whenever they play Josh Giddey or certain guys. Maybe things are different, but they just got beat by, a better team. The Mavericks were a better team. Another thing I want to say, I guess I didn't know NBA rules like I thought I did. That last call, can I ask, do y'all think that was actually a foul or was it a block?
Yeah,
I thought he slapped his hand at the very end.
Nah, he holds the ball, but for so long that he then hits the hand and it's like a foul. I think it's a foul. Seriously, no bias shit. Like, I know people don't know how to turn it off. I think it's a foul. But in the same call got made later that night, unironically. But in a different game. But for me, you could argue inexperience via the exact same play we're talking about, but I think that's nasty. I'm more so aligned with what Domo was saying in the sense of it's just, hey man, take the W. You had a fantastic season in OKC. This is the best OKC season since the nostalgia pizza rolls OK season, in my opinion. S tier players, S tier future. I think you literally lost because a lot of your players were too wonky. There's too many players that are not shit, not even bad, but you don't know exactly what you're going to get on a night-to-night basis because they're young players. And maybe that goes into the inexperienced thing, but I think that's just more so we don't know what they are. we don't know what they're going to provide for you. And me and Domo have had this discussion about OKC ton, seriously, about the how they should rebuild their team in the future. And I've always been of the mindset, to bring that topic to the internet, I've always been of the mindset that OKC, no Paul George, no Brandon Ingram, no Donovan Mitchell, no trade it all for AD. No, that's dumb. But definitely what they can go do is sign some players where you know what they're going to give you on a night in and night out basis. Just to name names, because obviously they're not available. But if you can get you some OG Anunobys, some J Max or whoever in free agency, I think that'd do wonders for this team.
Daniel Gafford.
Yeah, Daniel Gafford's unironically. People are talking about how they should have drafted Derek Lively now, so that's funny too. But at the end of the day, this team's fine. OKC's fine. I don't see people hitting the panic button. Good. I do think SGA is going to be next on the hate train someday, unfortunately. But for now, OKC's perfectly fine. You lost to the GOAT.
Go ahead.
I was just about to say, OKC looks really good. I don't think this is a playoff run that you should panic about at all. Obviously, do you guys have some moves to make? Absolutely. I think it's time for Josh Giddey for a bunch of reasons. But Josh Giddey, get him the fuck out that team. I do still think y'all would benefit off of more veteran leadership, as you guys are now in a more win now position. But this is also a tweet from StatMuse. The Thunder have 4 all-rookie players over the last 3 seasons, and they still own the most future first-round picks in the NBA. I agree with Sage. I think they're in a position to, if they need a certain piece, they can afford to overpay. That was a really big discussion me, Domo, and Sage had in one playback. I don't think they should be stingy with these first-round draft picks at all. I understand first-round draft picks are important, and I'm not saying for them to just do the dumbest moves ever, but if you need a more solid rim protector, more solid not rim protector, but a rebounder specifically, because I think Chet is fine as a rim protector, but more rebounding, more length, more size, and there's a dude out there like, let's just say a Daniel Gafford, and they're asking for 3 first-round draft picks, even though he's worth 2. Give him 3. Basically. Give him 3. Fuck it.
And maybe that's not the name, because that's where me, Domo, and Soul's argument really got out of hand. We were trying to choose names. Maybe that's not the name you want, but like, for example, if Daniel Gafford's worth 1, send 2. Fuck it. Type shit, basically. That's what it's about. But at the same time, don't just nuke your squad. I think nuking the squad is ridiculous. And whether me and Domo disagree on the first thing, what we 100% agree on, I think all 3 of us, please don't y'all push an agenda for them to get a star player that is on the level or even potentially better than SGA. For the love of God, aren't y'all tired of that song and dance? Please.
But what about LeBron?
I would say I'd rather them overpay cap and money-wise first before they overpay with picks. Try to sign a guy because you have the cap room before a lot of these young players you have need to be repaid, need to be paid and extended. I would be hesitant about overpaying with picks immediately for the simple fact with how from what I understand about the new apron rules and how the new salary cap is working. Going forward, if you are trying to keep, let's say you already extended SGA, you're trying to keep Chet, you're trying to keep J-Dub, you're trying to keep X amount of role players to keep that core together and bring on a vet, say you pay somebody, you're going to need those picks to have other guys to have depth. And I would much rather you take a chance, if you have a lottery pick, have a chance of getting another phenomenal young talent that can be plugged in. You replace an older role player that's kind of on his way out versus you overspend on all these picks to get these role players in who either aren't going to play, get hurt, or they're genuinely going to not be there. And now you're kind of handcuffed to only signing guys on vet mims. And now you're just getting the Shake Miltons. Now you're getting Austin Rivers. Now you're getting just guys that are coming on discounted deals and they're giving you a lot less. That's my only thing. That's why I'm like, I get it. They have a lot of picks. Definitely trade some of them if you have to. But again, if you have to, not if you're trying to be greedy. I would much rather you try to pay in free agency. If I heard something earlier, if Hartenstein is worth 15 mil, if the Knicks are trying to give him 15, you give that nigga 19.
Yeah.
You give him 19. If Nick Claxton is worth 22, you say 26. I will overpay there first. And if you can't do that, all right, now we're looking into giving 3 first rounders for a guy for Team Action for 1 or 2. Then I'm with y'all. And I just want to say before we get off the Thunder, it's ironic. Omar chose not to be here after being proved so wrong about the playoffs in basketball this playoffs. It's ironic, but we're going to get more into that later. Just wanted to say, because we're getting off probably the Thunder topic, what was that you were saying about Chet? Because I went back and watched that draft we did.
Oh, wow.
What was you saying about Chet again, buddy? Didn't trust him? His legs?
Smoke next podcast.
He's too skinny? Is that what some of the things you were saying? He didn't look too skinny this year.
Interesting. Let's move on to the next series, New York versus Indiana. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little disappointed, y'all, because I wanted New York to move on, man.
I know you did. You were begging for we finally got comps, so no more. No.
No, it's not even that, bro. I just want to see my guys in New York, man. There'll be pictures we're about to have.
I was trying to go up there. No bullshit.
Yeah. But yeah, so Indiana comes back down from 3-2, right? They were okay. Were they? They came down. Okay. Yeah,
they were down at one point, yeah.
Indiana comes back from 3-2, closes it out in the Garden in Game 7. I don't know, dude. This series right here, probably top 3 series so far. Top 3 series so far, right?
Yeah, probably. You probably have to put it in the 3, but you gotta be in the 3. You gotta be in the 3. Yeah.
This series was so fun to me, but a lot of things to talk about specifically for the Knicks. So the biggest thing for the Knicks, first of all, before we even get to that, shout out to the New York Knicks for the season that they had. Let's start off there, because there's certain seasons that will never be forgotten by their fans, regardless of whether or not they make it to the finals, whether or not You know what I'm saying? MVPs are won. I think what this squad, this core has done for the city of New York and New York Knicks fans, they will never forget it. On some 2017 Celtics, John Wall for the Wizards type of timing. Like this is a fantastic season for the New York Knicks. But wait, what happened?
I just thinking, no, Jalen Brunson is really about to be what John Wall is. No, they really just realized that no, because if you are from the DMV, comment below. Y'all know how the John Wall discussions get down. Bezos and Domo had someone from my area pull up to playback, so they know what we think. I'm telling you, John Wall in DC is like a god. So Jalen Brunson in New York. I'm sorry, go ahead.
I forgot the names he was arguing too. But I think the biggest story for the New York Knicks this series is the fact that they were so injured. I don't got the list in front of me, but going into Game 7, OG was out. Julius Randle has been out for the whole playoffs. Mitchell Robinson has been out. Josh Hart had abdominal pains in Game 6. Jalen Brunson didn't even finish Game 7. So that's effectively their whole starting five that was not there. And Draymond Green had this to say about the New York Knicks injuries. I'm pulling it up on the right. Someone please bring it up.
We got the Knicks and the Pacers.
Damn, hater.
Yeah, I definitely didn't think the Knicks were like.
I don't think he's using the right mic. But let me stop hating.
Great of a team, which I said, and everybody's like, "Oh, you hating on the Knicks?" Like, no, I'm actually not. I actually did this 4 times. I kind of know what it takes and I know what it looks like. And I know everybody's going to be like, "Oh man, they got hurt and this guy got hurt," and that's a part of it, right?
Right.
When KD got hurt and Clay got hurt, nobody's like, "Oh man, them guys got hurt." So we feel bad for the Warriors. Those guys got hurt and they went on. Nah, nobody said that. Just like when we won in 2015, nobody'd be like, "Oh man, Kyrie was hurt and got hurt during the series," and Kevin, you got to play him on the court. So
what is Blood talking about?
Not even go there. We got the Knicks.
Oh, no. I don't know what the intro's supposed to be. Sorry, editing team. No, that chat, ladies and gentlemen, that is some bullshit. And I love Draymond Green, all right? I made one of my last basketball videos that I made is about Draymond Green, new media thing, and I liked what the initial message was. That's just not true. Everywhere the fuck we got 3 NBA YouTubers on the screen right now. I know I'm part-time. You guys correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm being biased or just hating. Do we not hear religiously that 2015, hey, we just know for a fact, law of the land, the Warriors lose if Kyrie and Caleb are healthy? Is that not what goes on? Okay, what about, I don't know, the following year? Do we not hear that, if Draymond didn't get suspended, the Warriors definitely win in 5? What? I don't know what we're doing. Is that not the religious take?
And what about the following year when Kawhi got injured?
Following year, what are we doing?
And then the following year with Chris Paul, bro.
The Kawhi Leonard injury, then we have the Chris Paul injury, and then we have your injuries. We literally talk about it 2019. The Warriors were healthy. Kawhi doesn't win. 2021 got referred to as the medical ring. Draymond, you're yapping, gang. I'm sorry. That's just not true.
Let's
keep going.
Let's not forget the world got injured in 2020. Everybody.
The world injury. It was so Mickey.
Everybody was injured.
Mickey ring.
So that's how Draymond Green feels. He's definitely bugging. Maybe he's literally just thinking about what Golden State and the Bay Area thinks about those rings, and that's just the bubble that he's in. But I do want to have a discussion with y'all about the New York Knicks. Do they deserve the injury excuse? Do they get the injury excuse?
I'll go first because I know what Domo thinks, and I know what Omar thinks, and I'm pretty sure I know what you think as well. I'm going to say no, but in a weird way. So, obviously, people are very harsh on Tom Thibodeau because he's getting the duck treatment, Hey, Derrick Rose, and then, what's that other team? Damn, now I can't think of it. But especially this year.
Timberwolves.
Thank you, Timberwolves. And then now we're in New York, and 5 starters got hurt. All of that thing. I truly get it. And I know how y'all feel. I actually, seriously, truly do understand why you're looking at them and you're like, okay, at some point, you have something to do with this. But that's who the Knicks were all along. That's who the Knicks were. And if you're gonna live by yourself and die by yourself, damn it, they died. they went out in their way. So I'm not gonna lie, and I'm not even gonna act like if they were healthy, they just eviscerate. It's likely, but I'm not gonna act like it. At the end of the day, you got to play the actual game. But the point is, I'm not giving them an excuse when we said frame one. Oh yeah, I don't know if this kind of play style works. Whether that's Tibbs, whether that's JB, whether that's Josh Hart, whoever you want to put the blame on. We literally were like, yo, I don't know if this is going to work or not, but damn it, that's how the Knicks hooping. So am I going to give them an injury excuse for getting eliminated? No. Bezos, I'll even go a step further. And I told you time in and time out, had the Knicks won this game. And it was Boston Knicks. And unless literally JB was out for 5 straight games or 6 straight games or 4, y'all would tweet them. I'm not giving them that excuse for real either. I'm gonna just give them. I'm gonna give them a little bit of leeway. But at the end of the day, that's how they played. That's how they played basketball. That's how they approached it. Hell, that's how most teams with that kind of roster would approach it. I'm not giving them any necessarily excuse. Now, is it just true? Yes. Do I think the healthy Knicks beat the Pacers? Hell yeah. But it's not what happened.
I'm not gonna lie.
Prove it.
I genuinely think that the Pacers do, I mean, not the Pacers, the Knicks do get, and if you want to call it the injury excuse, they came into the playoffs without their second best player. Throughout this series, they were just getting player after player after player knocked off. Now, I don't blame Tibbs at all for any of the injuries. If anything, the only realistic one, I guess, is Josh Hart. But then I would say Josh Hart doesn't get all these minutes if they're healthy. OG came to the team. He rolled his ankle. He didn't roll his ankle because he played 49, 50 minutes. He rolled his ankle because he rolled his ankle playing basketball. Julius Randle ripped his shoulder apart, tore his shoulder up playing basketball. It was a physical injury. It was not because he played 59 minutes a game that his shoulder ended up getting torn apart. No, it was a physical injury. Not going to hold you. It's not, I'm not about to give that. I'm not about to give that to him. Mitchell Robinson came back from an injury, and he really shouldn't have been playing. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, Tibbs got him, and Tibbs didn't fucking run him into the ground. He came back and wanted to play. They tried to play him, but he was shorthanded as it was. So he had to use the guys that he could use in order to be competitive. That's it. I mean, y'all can sit there and say, oh, Josh Hart shouldn't play 50 minutes. All right, you really want fucking Alec Burks out there for 30 minutes? I get he had a good little stretch. It's still fucking Alec Burks, nigga. Y'all want Deuce McBride getting 35 minutes? It's fucking Deuce McBride, buddy. Y'all want Jericho Sims getting 50 minutes? It's Jericho Sims, nigga. Like, at the end of the day, niggas is trying to win, and you use the best players you can use. Last time I checked, Dante played. He played to the very end. Last time I checked, Josh Hart was playing up until Game 6, and he still played Game 7. Yes, he got hurt in Game 6. I give you that because of the non-contact injury he had, but nigga still played. You play with you, and anybody taking shit away from the Pacers, fuck you. You play who's in front of you. You can't control what happens on other niggas' teams. They cannot control the fact that Giannis is injury prone when it comes to the playoffs. They cannot control the fact that Dame got hurt. They cannot control the fact that the Knicks started to get riddled with injuries, but they came into the playoffs hurt. They cannot control that. All they can do is play who's in front of them. So, yes, I give the Knicks the excuse of injuries, but I'm not about to blame Tibbs like y'all want to blame Tibbs for fucking Derrick Rose. That's what kills me. Every time you ask a nigga, why you blaming Tibbs? Man, it started with Rose and Luol Deng. Like, all right, nigga, grow the fuck up. You were 13, gang. Grow up. You're grown up now. Jesus.
But even with Derrick Rose, I don't think the problem was ever playing him high minutes. It was the fact that he was in a game up by 20 for no fucking reason. So that even is like... And also with Derrick Rose, the conversation with him was the landing mechanics. Is that Tibbs' fault? The whole landing mechanics conversation, is that Tibbs' fault?
Shouldn't have been in there to begin with.
Head ass. But going back to the New York Knicks, I think for me, I agree with Domo. Obviously, with my team and the conversation around my team, you play who the fuck is in front of you. I'm not about to take away from the Indiana Pacers because the other team is not healthy. They play who's in front of them. But I will say for the New York Knicks with the injuries, I'm not about to hold it against them that they didn't make it to the conference finals, that they didn't make it to the finals because they were depleted. That's the unfortunate part about injuries is that on one side, you know, you look at a team and they win, you didn't face a healthy team. On the other side, there's a team that genuinely had players in physical pain and we're also not at 100%, so we never got to see their full potential. That is the lose situation of injuries because we never truly find out the truth. That's what everyone hates about injuries. Yeah. So go ahead. No, go ahead.
Nah, I'm saying another reason I'm not giving these niggas an injury excuse. I thought one of y'all were gonna bring it up. I'll gladly take credit for this. Yeah, I don't give a fuck if I was on the Knicks. The Pacers did what to y'all? Can we talk about what the Pacers did to these niggas?
Oh yeah, 70%. You talking about the 70? Yeah.
What, bro? I don't give a fuck if I'm guarding Reese. God damn, somebody gonna make us stop. They had their sliders up. Black Magic Hall of Fame. But 70% and a half finishing the game. What was it? 67? These niggas fell off into 60s? Bro, no, bro. No, bro. Obviously, Pacers at some point, all right, they just making shit, dog. But simultaneously, no, I'm not putting that on injuries. Fuck that.
I can't sit the stage with all the modesty and honesty in my heart. When the HALIBAN come through, they blowing shit up, man. I can't. Hey, the HALIBAN came through and started dropping bombs on the guard, nigga. Like I've been saying, if the HALIBAN 4-7, we pulling up to New York and we blowing that bitch up.
Don't let them say this. Blowing
that. That's actually crazy.
New York ain't seen that level of destruction. New York ain't seen that level of destruction from the HALIBAN since 2001. It's crazy.
It's not like this the whole time.
It's crazy.
Hell nah.
It's crazy.
Niggas I know that one dude tried to go crazy on Twitter, Domo, talking to me and you. Bro, with HALIBAN, you really only talking with you.
Ooh.
Oh no. You was not like
Take off the prize fix hat. Take off the prize fix hat.
Oh, Jesus.
Yo, you was not like this when them Knicks was doing that. Not letting them have it, Mr.
It looked bad.
And I know you like Zoe. I heard that take. He's just a passer. I heard that take.
He's a passive guy. Regardless, everybody was saying. I sat there and said,
Osama bin topping the screen.
I sat there and said, hey, man, maybe we definitely overrated his offensive production capabilities. His scoring, we overrated it. I get that. At no point did I ever denounce my allegiance with the HALIBAN. Never. I said, my guy's passive, and that's okay. Let him be passive. He gets the offense going. He gets in where he fits in with his shots. I've always had that take. Always had it. Shout out to HALIBAN. We out here. Blowing shit up.
Well, before we talk about what the Knicks should do in the offseason, I do want to ask y'all the Becky Hammon take this season. That was a take that was talked about a lot. This idea that Jalen Brunson is too small. He's not good enough to be a 1. Was she proven right? Was she proven wrong? Or is it still non-conclusive evidence?
If you're an asshole, because one, you blame a lot of people, regardless of me not giving it the excuse. The team is obviously injured. On top of that, it already has a weird foundational rule that I've always thought was weird in this conversation, that 6'4" doesn't qualify and 6'3" does. So it's like, okay. But on top of both of those factors, I mean, a lot of the offense, a lot of the reasons behind why small guards can't win are kind of like still around. Like, Luka don't check niggas like that. Reese don't check niggas like that. You really looking at Ant and Tatum. So maybe if it's T-Wolves Boston, she's 100% right. But I'm not one of these hindsighty ass guys that's gonna sit there and say, oh yeah, nah, she's perfectly right because it hasn't happened yet again. I think what makes the take valid, more than just it obviously not happening, is because the attributes that were needed to win a championship, she was right, were common in small guards, and they haven't been able to show that you can win. The New York Knicks were showing something different. I think the Timberwolves, if we weren't having this weird 6'4" clause, and I know Ant a little stocky, but if we weren't having this weird 6'4" clause, are really showing a difference there. But most importantly, when I look at a guy like Luka Doncic, and we can talk about his defense being underrated all we want, dog, that he ain't good. He ain't like lockdown. So when the small guard attributes are on a lot of the teams remaining outside of Boston, I'm personally not gonna then be like, oh yeah, nah, she's 100% right. But yet again, it's hard to say she's wrong. I know that's weird, but yeah.
Nah, she was wrong. What you call it? I always have to take of. I mean, yes, it's not easy to build a championship roster or have a championship contender with a small guard, but we've seen it done before, and it's not impossible. It just takes the right circumstances. It's hard to do. It might be improbable, but it's not impossible. And Jalen Brunson showed that with an injury-riddled team, he still took the Pacers to 7. He still is being a level of player no one thought he would be on New York. He's literally. I heard someone say Julius Randle might have started the fire to get that buzz back in New York, but Jalen Brunson, hey, that motherfucker set that bitch ablaze. Jalen Brunson has brought energy back to the Garden I have not seen in a long time. Even when Julius Randle getting them to the playoffs, I did not see Charles Oakley, Starberry, Walt Frazier, all the old Knicks in there without getting kicked out, all the celebrities in there every game. I was going to call him Fat Joe, but he's not fat no more. So just Joe, Chris Rock, Ben Stiller, Ice Spice. Like, he brought out New York. He brought hoops back to New York. And if y'all don't think that is a big thing and that's going to play a major part in where you're going to start seeing Jalen Brunson moving forward, all right, my nigga, Jalen Brunson is a superstar now. I'm telling you this now before you start seeing him in commercials, before you start seeing him in shows, before you start seeing him in music videos. I'm telling you now, the energy he brought back into New York, all the eyes that was in that building, all the people that was in that building, that nigga Jalen Brunson put himself in a new stratosphere of player. I said it early on Player Choice, and I'll say it again. He might not be a top 10 player, but he is in that Jimmy Butler realm. He is that, in the regular season, in the regular season, he's right outside the top 10. He's like that 15 to 11 range. But in the playoffs, when he flipped that switch, you can't tell me he's not top 10. And it'd be hard for you to tell me he's not top 5, honestly, with the way he's playing. So shout out Jalen Brunson.
I also want to say before Souls goes, I just think the reason I'm so hell-bent on my take is for you to tell me that she was completely right. You would have to convince me that the next step going forth needs to be a way to usurp Jalen Brunson in talent in terms of getting a player that is better than him on the roster, because you don't think you can win with Jalen Brunson and or deleting him from your roster. I think that's asinine. So
yeah, I think the whole he's too small thing, it more so has to do with just history. I think it's a case of correlation doesn't equal causation, because if you look back, again, the take is the fact that throughout a majority of NBA history, not a lot of small guards have led their teams to championships. You can only name Isaiah Thomas, you would name Steph Curry, and then after that you'd have to go to Magic Johnson, who's 6'9", so he doesn't count. The Detroit Pistons, if you want to say they were led by Chauncey Billups, but that's like the most outlier-ass team in NBA history. And then you might have to stretch it to, like, I don't know, was Tony Parker the leader of the Spurs and things like that. So I feel like for me, the take is just inconclusive evidence. I think with the Knicks being so hobbled, was Jalen Brunson going to be the exception to the rule? I don't know. Jalen Brunson was trying it. I said on the pod, bro, Jalen Brunson was trying his best to be the exception. I understand if we were to bet, I personally wouldn't bet on Jalen Brunson being the exception, because again, it's like a 90-10 odd. But boy, it looked like Jalen Brunson was that 10% when he was healthy this season. So that's my only thing. So I do want to give Jalen Brunson credit on that front. I do think the biggest concern with the Knicks, though, building around Jalen Brunson, is, and this has been a meme on my channel now, the tier 1 player playing at a tier 1 level. And he was. That's my thing. I think throughout history, the more consistent thing is you need that Himothy, for lack of a better term. And without that guy, you're not going to win a championship. But they got that guy in Jalen Brunson. The bigger concern for me for the Knicks is the heliocentric offense that they run around Jalen Brunson and how effective that can be. Because there's a lot of problems with heliocentric offenses. And if you look at who, well, actually, I can't even say that, because there's 2 heliocentric offenses in the conference finals right now. But in terms of like who wins the whole thing, not a lot of heliocentric offenses win. So
yeah. And on top of that, when you're talking about Jalen Brunson playing at a tier 1 level and being a tier 1 player, someone in chat, I don't know how accurate this is, but someone in chat basically questioned, well, wasn't Becky's take around being that special caliber player, and she doesn't think that is a Jalen Brunson because obviously Stephen Curry exists, and it's not even been a decade yet. It's about to be, but it hasn't been a decade. If we're going that angle, in my personal opinion, oh, then she's way wrong. What about Jalen Brunson show you that he can't do it? what about Jalen Brunson's play specifically said, yeah, nah, he's not special enough to do that. I looked at the Knicks and I said, damn, these niggas injured. Damn, these niggas injured. Now, that's how they play. That's how they got there. I'm not giving them an excuse for it. But when we're talking about Jalen Brunson not potentially being a guy that could do it, or really any small guard, Jalen Brunson at least seemed like he's damn well potentially an exception. Like, I'd be fine if I had to build around Jalen Brunson, and if I was like a new expansion team or whatever, I wouldn't trip at all.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to the last series, what some of y'all might call the main event. Ladies and gentlemen, people. Nah, no way y'all shot at a nugget. This is
say Yoki ho.
Now this dude is nasty.
He said he would do it. I give him that. He said he would do it. He said he would do it.
There'll be excuse to get DoorDash. I feel it.
Oh my God.
Running them numbers up.
Listen, man. Denver versus Minnesota Game 7 happened yesterday. And after being at home up by 20, the Denver Nuggets blew a 20-point lead.
Ironic.
God, blew a 20-point lead at home. Minnesota rallies, specifically in the second half, to beat the Denver Nuggets at home 99-90. First of all, holding Denver to 90 points is crazy work. By the way, holding any team under 100 is crazy work to me. But specifically the Nuggets to 90,
Is it?
bro.
They're just Laker merchants.
I mean, some people
Laker merchants.
Some people will tell you that the NBA is on pace for people to just score every possession, even in the playoffs. So, what's defense? What's defense, right?
Oh yeah. Hey, the pod day Thursday is gonna be a day. Oh yeah, Thursday. Hey, turn on your notifications. Thursday is gonna be a banger. Trust and believe that.
Yeah, Friday morning as well for the audio side.
Oh yeah,
but yeah, man, the Timberwolves beat the Nuggets. I think this is a win for NBA fans across the world. Dark Magic has been defeated!
NBA stands for niggas balling again. I repeat, NBA stands for niggas balling again. We don't. There's only 1 euro left, and it's the GOAT.
Yeah, say it, Charles. Say it. Say it. What does it stand for?
They're balling again! Yes! Yes! Back to normalcy, man. God. Fuck the Zach Edey guy.
Oh my God.
Take the floor, man. Take the floor, bro.
You don't want me to do that, man, because I'm not gonna stop. You're gonna have to kick me, because I'm not gonna lie. I told you niggas, they're just Jamal Murray is a 2024 light-skinned Canadian. We do not care. That shit was gonna get exposed. Meet the Nuggets, nigga. You lied about your clutch shots. You lied about your full post fade. You lied about your handoffs. You lied about your handling ability. You lied about that dog, and you lied about a ton of things. You lied about your half-court shot. You lied about it. Go battle with yourself, nigga, in Canada. Go talk to Drizzy, because we don't need you over there. We don't need you over there. Porter. Oh man, I could have said something fucked up just now, but I'm gonna just say, hey, Porter, you go get your family shit straight. Your family actually, you gonna handle that. you gonna handle that. Everyone else, before I get to Mikey and Joker. Before I get to Mikey and the Joker, everybody else, where was you at? I thought this team was deep as shit. I thought the team was deep as fuck. Where y'all had the AG game, the KC3 game? I thought this team in the underrated bench of the Denver Nuggets. What the fuck? What the fuck? Why are we looking at the T-Wolves like they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus Nas? Like why are we looking at the T-Wolves like they gonna smack them niggas up because they got a deep ass team? But the Denver shit. But Denver. This one Jokic. This about Peyton. Like this one, BRON, AG. No, this really AG, because if it ain't a dunk, you ain't got shit. Bum ass nigga. And now let me get to that fraud MVP. Oh my Lord. Hey, I give him this. He does raise a trophy every season. You know what? Prime Jokic will raise a trophy every season. Now, is it a ring? I don't know. I don't know. Hey, but the trophy on it will say MVP for sure. He will raise an MVP trophy every year. That's a fact. That's not opinion. That's a fact. However, you let Goger hit a turnaround?
Lakers have two. Bryant. Go Bear!
Hell,
you lost to Go Bear, buddy.
You like it. You like it. We love it. You let Go Bear hit a turnaround. And then I ain't gonna lie, the refs was on your ping, fouled out my man Cat, and everybody said, or about to foul out my man Cat, and Nas Reed goes to the floor. This nigga Nas Reed solo squad. He just solo squad in Denver. Oh my God. Look, I'm gonna take a break because I've been rapping for like 3 minutes straight. I'm gonna be nice. I'm gonna let my co-host go. But all I want to say is effective immediately. And if you're not a crayon-eating stupid idiot, you'll understand that it's more than just because of last night's performance, obviously. Effective immediately, Anthony Edwards is now in the HIM University. Congratulations, Anthony Edwards. Bravo. Welcome to HIM U, my hey, Joker. Hey, scoot over. Why don't you sit right next to his bitch ass? Fuck him.
Before Domo goes, before you go, because I do want the final stage for you. I go lie. I feel like the conversation for me is truly about the Minnesota Timberwolves and the ass beating that they give to the Nuggets. I understand it 1-7, but the way we were talking about the Nuggets going into these playoffs, and that's all of us. I feel like, at least when we talked about the Western Conference, this team looked unstoppable. And for the Minnesota Timberwolves to whoop ass and truly make them look human, that is a crazy feat. And busting their ass for a lot of the series, not Game 7, but for a lot of the series, was crazy. Jaden McDaniel stepping up and clamping the fuck out of playoff Dark Magic Murray. Oh my God, that was beautiful. That was beautiful. MPJ looking like looking like MPJ on a bad day. I don't know, man.
He looked like how he normally looks. They are Laker merchants. I keep trying to tell y'all. They only do this shit in LA. They only beat up on the old niggas. They can only beat up on the old niggas like my man Bron. And by the way, Malone, oh my God. I'm gonna let Domo go and I'm gonna spin the block on it. I got a lot of shit to say about that nigga. But what that nigga said at the press conference, lame as fuck. Oh,
I believe we do have the clip ready.
Yeah,
Sage, you can bring it up right now. It should be timestamped.
Yeah, Domo, you starting after this, bro. Swear to God. But this is lame as hell, boy. Oh, fuck ass no, bro. Y'all be sitting there justifying this goober. My Lord.
That is a conversation why I do want to have today, is why the Nuggets are so hated.
For you guys after you went up 20 in the second.
Go to 329.
329.
Or offense.
I believe.
They doubled Nikola. I felt a lot of those were good looks. Didn't go down. And I know, sometimes you oversimplification of the NBA being a maker included, but it wasn't the only one. We as a team did not make enough shots.
It was at the beginning. If you were talking about the one that went viral, it was at the beginning.
Okay, bad.
NBA being a maker miss league.
What changed defensively for you guys after you went up 20 in the second half?
Our offense.
Did you feel like there was anything that you guys got away from offensively in that stretch after you reached that point?
I'll have to go back and watch the film.
Oh, I thought it was at the beginning.
How hard is it just to absorb a loss?
Oh, I think this is it, yeah.
Going ahead by 20.
Now let's just absorb the pain. Fuck it.
Next question, man. The season's over. That's what's hard. Being up 20. Season's over. It's hard.
Oh, boo-hoo. Boo-hoo. Oh, yeah, he called it stupid, by the way. Boo fucking who. Oh, my Lord. Domo, your floor is yours.
Yeah, go ahead, man.
I didn't realize you could hear them celebrate in the back, but first things first, to just start everything off.
I need to know you're exciting.
You've been spamming this shit.
What is
Sorry, just got to get that out there because boy, oh boy, was that nigga Swiper talking so crazy after the Nuggets beat the Lakers last year.
Not just the Lakers, on everyone.
Just the elitist mindset that nigga got after one ring is disgusting. It reminds me why I'm so arrogant as a Laker fan, because the moment you little pipsqueak franchises get one ring, you niggas get insufferable. Man. Anyway, listen. I'm not about to sit here and get animated, get hype, and do all this hooting and hollering. I'm gonna save that for everybody else. It's because, I mean, what do we expect? Let me ask. When Jokic wins MVPs, he gets knocked out of the playoffs, right?
Yup. You raise a trophy.
I'm confused. Another thing. Everybody told me all year how bad the Lakers were. Everyone going into the playoffs, you're delusional for thinking the Lakers can do anything. The Lakers suck. The Lakers suck. Well, the Lakers suck. And these niggas were constantly getting in tough battles with the Lakers. The fuck does that mean to them? What does that make them? So, really, I'm thinking about it, and there's no need to run victory laps because they are who we thought they were.
Thank you.
They are who we thought they were. Laker merchants, front runners, fake underdogs.
Who never faced a 50-win team. Yes.
Man.
7 and 8 seed? Come on, dog.
The propaganda pushes itself. Tell me this. When they won a championship, who did they get through?
The Minnesota Timberwolves without J-Mac and Naz Reid.
Freshly put together Sun squad. Like
I don't even think Chris Paul was there.
No Chris Paul. It was KD, Book, and friends. That's who it was. KD, Book, and the troop. And then they ran us in the conference finals. And in another series where a playing team where it was mad close games, and they just squeaked on by. And we're surprised a real defense gave them problems. We're surprised that the dark magic disappeared magically. We're surprised that the Tobias Harris of fucking Carmelo's turned into Tobias Harris or Carmelo's when he played a team that was actually serious. Because let's be honest, AD might have been serious. LeBron might have been serious. The Lakers weren't a serious team because Darvin Ham was coaching. But when you have a serious team with a coach that even with a torn meniscus didn't once put his hands in his pockets, niggas was shook.
He ain't ham. But the Vorp and PER, Jokic, we're not slow. You're a fraud, buddy.
Y'all got, and you know what's crazy? Their season ended the exact way it was supposed to. Baguette Biombo. Matter of fact, I'm not even going to disrespect that man. A Rudy Gobert turnaround fade off 1 foot, sky arching shot goes in. That was the dagger. That was the shot. That was the nail in the coffin when he did that. Man, oh man, I have not been more happy for a team. I might get up and start shaking ass again. I have not been more happy for a team to just get their well-deserved muffets. I don't even know if I said that right. Fuck it. I don't care. They got what they deserve. Them niggas they're a bunch of fans. They're not like us for real because they're Canadians and foreigners and family of degenerates. Yeah, I'm going. All Gilbert, all Arenas. Yeah. You know, and to end it off, just and say you got it after this. Shout out to the Americans because we showing we run this bitch again. 3 of the 4 teams in the conference finals best player is an American citizen that came up through the structure of AAU. No more of these NBA Academy bastards. No more of these I've been playing pro since I was 13. Slovenian, Slovakian, Serbian, whoever's. Straight, I am a real, even Luka Doncic need a real nigga by his side to succeed. We ain't seen Luka here since the last time he had a real nigga, Jalen Brunson. I am a real American. I might not fuck with Hulk Hogan, but the slogan burns bright and true. I have the rights of every man. Shout out my niggas, man.
Yeah. Go ahead, Stitch.
Hey, man. I honestly forgot. That was so brilliant. I forgot what I was gonna say. I just think that like you niggas are such Laker merchants. Y'all retort to everything is so what the Lakers do. How about you? Hey, we can play you one-on-one in Cancun. How about that? We'll play you one-on-one in Cancun. You probably won't have Jokic. He's probably riding a horse or some dumb shit. But yeah, you thought you was raising a trophy this year. you thought you was raising a dynasty. You thought, hey, didn't Winshaw sitting there talking about Lil Yoke top 10, 5, 2 all time, some shit? Oh man, not this year. Oh man, dang it. Womps, rats. Yeah, nigga, you're out. You lost to an ant. I almost said something great. Hey, man, I gotta. Hey, I don't even know if I can say what I was gonna say on YouTube. But hey,
I think we've already touched on some of these talking points, but I do want to ask y'all because I made a video about this today. Because I understand we're smoking pack right now, but the Denver Nuggets are a team that drafted their core. They are a team that built through the draft. In my opinion, play the right way. A small market team. What makes the Denver Nuggets so hated in y'all opinion? Like why is the vitriol this bad?
I can tell you why. Come on, easy. It's because they don't have a top 2 player that's doing this. If their top 2 player is not American, we do not care. We're done with the foreigners. We're done with the Canadians. You need an American as your letter through. Not 3, not 4, not 5. No Aaron Gordons. No MPJs. No Shays. No Burks. Only ants. Kyrie's. Tatum's.
Jalen Brown. Yeah, Derek White.
USA is back, baby.
Yeah.
Someone tell me nobody sucks. America wants this again. That's why they're so hated, because they're not American.
Oh no, I hate the way that they walk, the way they talk. I hate the way that they dress. I hate the way that they make threes. Sometimes they need a contest. I hate these niggas. And the thing is, they'll do all of that bullshit. I even hate when they say they underdogs. But that's just me, I guess. Because I swear, they always think they always think they're the underdog. These dumbass niggas in this chat today. But people, the Lakers were favored against the Nuggets. Who? Me? No. You count my opinion? Nigga, I bleed purple and gold. The fuck? But you niggas are so dumb, delusional, and like pussy that you need some underdog shit to fall back on. And then when you do something, you want to talk all this bullshit. Bro, you the favorite, and you fucking flopped. You fucking sucked. You couldn't hit your clutch shots. You couldn't even hit your open shots. Maybe if there was purple and gold on that court, you would have done something. I think you're palm tree merchants. Because I don't think you beat a real finals team, but you beat Miami.
No palm tree.
And let me say right now to the YouTube commenter that's typing away right now. Oh my God, that's so xenophobic. Oh my God. Oh, geez, you guys want to replace CNT? Oh, geez, this is so unprofessional. Oh, geez, this is so mean. Oh, geez, shut up, man. I do not care. I don't give a. Hey, game is game, pussy. Remember that. Game is game.
Morty, it's not xenophobic, Morty. The Nuggets just suck, Morty. Sometimes, Morty, when someone bites your dick, Morty, you gotta slap him in the face. And if it sounds racist, Morty, it's probably not.
At least for me, all right, I'm gonna give us Jesus Christ. I'm gonna give a semi-serious answer. And y'all truly did touch on like a lot of the things that I said in the video. I feel like people do not like what the Denver Nuggets and Jokic stood for from so many different angles. I can't really point to one reason, but in terms of Jokic being this advanced analytics, like when you think of advanced analytics, you immediately think of Jokic, and a lot of people don't like that. When you talk about the European invasion, a lot of people don't like that, and a lot of people were waiting for an American to dominate the sport again. So that is a part of it as well. I also think a big portion of NBA fans are LeBron, Warriors, and Celtics fans. And this team specifically has been busting our ass the last 2 years. So last 2 years. So that's a part of it as well. Also, I said this in my video. Has there ever been a cockier coach than Mike Malone?
No, bro. Mike Malone's like, and I ain't gonna lie, if he was a Laker coach, I'd love him. Bro, that nigga talk shit. And y'all act like he doesn't. That nigga talks hella shit, bro.
Yeah, so it's just this Denver Nuggets team. And also, I forgot to add this. I think Jokic was creeping up into some very uncomfortable conversations that people did not want to have. And I do think him being stopped from this back-to-back MVP, like what y'all did, stopped a lot of those conversations. Hey, we gotta wait till next year. But yeah, those conversations between Curry, between Hakeem, even last pod we were talking about Jokic and Shaq. Those were halted. Those were halted for a quick second because of all of this. So.
Womp womp.
Oh, jeez. I really was ready to call Jokic a top 10 center. Oh, jeez. He's the greatest offensive talent we've ever seen. Oh, jeez. It's so mean to be mean. I don't care. Morty. Game is game, nigga. I'm saying that from now on. Game is game.
Yeah. Morty, you can't be the greatest center of all
And
time.
let me just say, Spartacus said, what convos y'all got winning bias? I understand this winning bias. But I'm just saying, if he did win, people were gonna have uncomfortable conversations that they, you know what I'm saying, that they did not want to have. So they can pull that Mickey Mouse argument now.
Of course, it's winning bias. He's at the point where we know his talent. We're talking about him achieving things to get accolades to anoint him better than somebody all time. It's literally about winning at this point. 1, 2. You can't call us xenophobic. I love Luka.
That is. I'm not breaking character. I'm not.
Look at you.
I'm sorry.
Standing on business. Yeah, go ahead, man. Stand on it. All right, man. Let's go to move on. We're gonna give our conference finals predictions here in a quick second, but we do have a stat of the day. All right. The stat of the day is that since 2019, there has been a new champion in the league every single year. Toronto, LA, Milwaukee, Golden State, Denver, and now to be announced, because whoever is going to win this year is not going to be Denver. All right? And none of these dudes are going to be repeating champions over the last 5 years. So, yeah, this is the League of Parody. And first of all, I guess the question I want to ask with y'all is this the hardest era to win a championship in?
Hardest?
Yeah, let's start off.
I wouldn't say that, because by virtue, if anybody can win, it can't be the hardest, because I would argue that beating a dynasty is the one that is the hardest one. Going out there and beating the Bulls team that if Jordan doesn't retire, okay, you finally beat Jordan, would be harder. Yes, it's one opponent, but yeah, I don't think that argument, like, even conceptually makes sense.
Let me say that, because I said that. Yeah. Hardest to go back to back. My bad.
Okay, yeah, I'm about to say, I don't think that makes sense. Now, back to back? Ooh. I think it's a matter of you could question the ceiling of a lot of NBA players. But in terms of the players that we have in this pool, yeah, I'd probably say it's going to be really hard to go back to back, considering that right now we don't have too many players that are for sure fire, so dominantly better than someone else or everyone else. I'm sorry, not someone else. That's how great LeBron James was in his prime, by the way, for example. There's nobody that's so much better than anybody else in basketball right now to where, oh yeah, if they don't make the finals, some bullshit went down. Like the Nuggets lost. And then like dead ass, all pack aside, the Nuggets just dead ass lost. The Celtics, if they lose, bro, then the Reese probably just gave them 40. Like that, like at the end of the day, the idea that one of these teams could just beat a world beater is like much more possible because the high end talent is. And this is no disrespect, but we're talking about like LeBron James being one of the greatest players of all time, Michael Jordan being one of the greatest players of all time. We don't have that big of a gap between who's number one and who's number two. There's like 5 people that you could debate, and kind of nasty to name 5, but it's like 4 to 5 people that you can name are the best player in the world right now. And some may be a hot take, but none of them would be stupid. That's how like parody is right now.
I would say to answer your first question, I still think, yes, this is probably the hardest era to even to winning, for the simple fact that when we did have the era of a dynasty or whatever it was, the league would build teams would start building teams specifically for your team. You have a blueprint, you will see a team. Okay, in round 1 this worked, and in round 3 that worked. Bet this offseason you have 3 teams all trying to replicate what worked or copy and paste what you do. So for the Warriors, you had a bunch of teams trying to find Curry and Clay stoppers and build a team that will just outscore them. That's how you end up getting the 2018 Rockets. Fuck it, we just gonna ultra offense and we're gonna outshoot you niggas, and that's what you get. Now you don't have that. There is no if the Nuggets would have won, I feel like you would have seen more teams trying to not even replicate getting a Jokic, but trying to find ways to stop a Jokic. More teams getting multiple bigs, getting a guy to be a roamer to protect the rim to stop Jokic from going and play his game, whatever the case is. You have teams building their teams to specifically stop the Nuggets. But with them losing and with it being so much parity, there is no one format to win. There's multiple formats. You literally have to build a great team, and it's about matchups and how you stack up against other great teams. Now that the Nuggets are gone, if you were a team that was building your team to beat the Nuggets, say the Dallas Mavericks built this roster, like, all right, we know we got to get the Nuggets. Bet. All right, you built the roster to beat the Nuggets. You didn't build the roster to beat the fucking Timberwolves. So now you're going up against the Timberwolves, and there's a chance you're fucked. You got these guys specifically that will handle dealing with a guy like Jokic, not dealing with Cat and Gobert. Like, that's totally different. You got a team to build. You built a team to be ready to have a guy to guard the dunker spot and worry about a Jamal Murray dribble handoff and shit like that. Not deal with Mike Conley being a traditional point guard, running regular pick and rolls with Gobert throwing lobs, Cat being a dynamic power forward, Nasri being a 6-man coming off the bench. You didn't build a team for that. So I genuinely think it is harder now to win when it's hella parity. And to back, I mean, again, yes, because teams aren't being built to stop one specific person or a specific team. They're just, it's different play styles, different brands of basketball. You look even now, you have the Dallas Mavericks with the play style of being led by their 2-headed dragon of Luka and Kyrie. You have the Timberwolves, who a defensive first team led by the dog of Ant and everyone else doing their jobs. You have the Indiana Pacers, which is fucking fast-paced offense. So, not even worry about defense for real. They give effort, they have moments, but we're trying to run you the fuck out the gym. As LeVar Ball would say, the first to 200 wins, and that's how they play. They play with super pace. And you have the Boston Celtics who, hey man, let's load the entire team up with twos. Fuck it. Who needs a 1? We can just have 17 twos and ball the fuck out. So it's multiple play styles, multiple brands of basketball, and we see which one is on top.
Yeah, I'll say that's interesting. Not that it's bad. I still disagree. But that's an interesting way to look at it. And seriously, not interesting in a condescending way, because you could also view that and kind of say, and that's why the older era is harder to win in, because, yeah, I'd agree, to be very honest with you. It's harder to build a team for today because you have to do your job. There is no, oh, yeah, the standard is the Warriors. What did they do? They built a big 3. The standard is LeBron and Kyrie. What did they do to get like? There's no copycat shit going on because you got to do shit your own way. It depends who the face of your franchise is, yada yada yada. However, with that, I'd say it's harder. It's harder to build a team, but because of that, there's so many teams with so many different identities. I think that kind of shows that it's easier for, at any given moment, any team could beat any team, especially if you're a team like, let's say, for example, the Mavs fucking sweep the T-Wolves. That's not gonna happen in my personal, well, Luka's the GOAT, so maybe, but like, let's say the Mavs sweep the T-Wolves because it was just a bad matchup. In my personal opinion, that kind of adds more merit to, hey, If you just build a team how you want to build it, nigga, you got a way better chance than back in the day. You try to build a team how you want to build it. Oh shit, we ran into LeBron. That was like a pattern for these teams. And granted, LeBron doesn't have 10? He has 10 appearances. Yeah, granted, LeBron doesn't have 10 rings, but LeBron has 10 finals appearances. There was a decade-long stretch of you're not making it. LeBron's in the conference. You're not making it. LeBron's in the conference. Guess who's still not making it? LeBron's in the conference. And then prior to that, you had guys like Michael Jordan, Tim Duncan. I forgot the other dude. Someone commented the other nigga name. But it was just like,
yeah, because of the lack of the talent in the league, it's so hard to, like, once you have one of them crazy ass teams, it's so hard to beat them. So
yeah, and then we could get real corny. Someone brought up Bill Russell. We could get real corny and say that era, but that's corny as shit. That's corny as shit. I don't think that's
I would just say, and I'll be quick because I know we want to move on to another topic, but
yeah,
I would just say for me, I would still argue that still, in my opinion, makes it harder because we know how bad the average front office is in the NBA, the average GM is in the NBA. So I'm just saying, that's what I feel like makes it hard because you could be like, babe, you could build whatever team you want to be great. These niggas suck at their jobs. So they go out here, shit, if I can just do what I want instead of following the blueprint, hey, fuck it. DeMar DeRozan at center. All right, gang, what the fuck? Like, I guess. Like, you have, it's a lot of that. For every Timberwolf and Maverick, you got the Hawks. Like, I don't know. You got teams that are just average and they're good at being average. You got teams that just are good at doing the wrong thing. I just realized I said the Hawks. That was not a shot. I've been on one today. I just realized what I said.
Damn. I just feel like the league is so talented to the point, because because I was watching a JJ clip the other day of like what the definition of a modern day super team is. And, like, the league has so much talent. To me, what a super team is like the gap between the best team and the second best team needs to be so astronomical that it's problematic damn near. But there's so much talent in the league now where we want to change the definition of what a super team is. I just truly think we're in a position where there are no super teams in the league. Like, period, point blank. There's a lot of really good teams. There are no super teams because of the new rules implemented in the NBA, because of the talent in the NBA. I just think it's damn near impossible to make a super team. So if that's the case, going back to back is just so impossible. Like, so many things need to go your way. You're about to run into a dog at some point that's going to be equal to status to you. Even if you are in the Eastern Conference, like what everyone's saying about Boston right now, and all shit's fine and dandy once you face one of the motherfuckers in the West. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that's the state that the league is in. But moving on to the parody conversation, or continuing the parody conversation, do y'all think this parody is a good thing for the league? I feel like I get where y'all are gonna go with it, but do y'all think ultimately this is a good thing for the league, or did y'all actually prefer the dynasty times, man? Did y'all fuck with the Warriors period, the Miami Heat period back in the day? Like, how did y'all really feel, man?
Heel turn time. Yep. I miss it. I miss the dynasties, man. This new shit, this lottery ass finals. Fuck that. Nah, let's. Hey, man, you guys miss villains. I think. Hey, what makes a good movie? A good villain. You don't have a good movie just because Goku beats up the bad guy. I need that motherfucking bad guy to just, hey, sorry, JB, it ain't you. We got Jokic, Luka, and Ant. Fuck it. I'm sorry, buddy. Not you. Tatum, hey gang. You got
He set up to Sage, he set up to be a villain. He's just an L villain. like so far he's just an L villain. Like everything is set up.
Should be the villain. Fair enough. Tatum really should be a villain. But that's like the thing. Like, am I mad at parody? Hell no. Do not get my words miscontinue.
He's Reddit. Oh my.
Yeah. I do not. I don't have any disdain for it. But if you're making me choose, maybe it's nostalgia, but I doubt it. To be honest, I just like toxicity, man. And hey, man, dynasties are fun. Having is a difference between having a bunch of players that put themselves in like the 15 to 50 range. Being around and seeing Victor Wembanyama be easy top 10 when he retires sounds nice. That's fun. Let's do it.
I'm all for parody. I'm not for having just the big bad fucking villain of the league. That's just boring. That's just played out. I am all for super parody. I'm all for a bunch of fan favorites going against each other. I would much rather have a universe of power type of tournament where you have just guys that either are clearly the favorite or someone who doesn't even realize that they're not a villain. Someone who has like an Anthony Edwards, a guy that just has a great bit of Black Air Force energy, but not really a villain. Jared's not really a villain. He wasn't really a villain. He was misunderstood.
Oh my God!
Really,
I knew.
What happened at the end, man?
Come
Come on, man. What happened in the end? You thought Jared was a villain, but he's not. When that boy ain't going out there telling Katie to DX suck it, going out there waving off the fans.
He was a villain.
The energy could be taken wrong, man. The energy could be taken wrong. I much rather guys that we like just go out there and compete and battle, man. I love that for the league. I love parody.
Hey, man. Oh, go ahead, some shit.
No, just I don't know, man. The arms race to beat the big dog was fun, man. Maybe it's just me like, oh my God, who the fuck is gonna beat this team this year? Oh my God, the Rockets came so close. Oh my God, what if like I don't. And at the end of the day, man, that super team played beautiful ass basketball when they was out there, man. I understand the 2017 finals was not competitive, but the level of basketball I seen from the Golden State Warriors was beautiful. Same thing from the Miami Heat. It was beautiful. So I fuck with either, to be honest with you.
Man,
but
man.
Revisionist history is insane.
I'm playing trap cards. Bet revisionist history right now. LeBron's career was born. LeBron's career was born.
And you asking me?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, that shit got born in the 2010s. I got so sick. I got so sick of my glorious king. I got so sick of my glorious king doing all he could in the regular season just to run into the fucking Mega Warriors. Yes, that shit was born. It got born. No. It wasn't born at first. You know, the first two go rounds.
Your career.
No. The entire career. No. The end, around that ending, that shit got bad. It got bad. In the 2010s, if we're just hold on. No. I'm talking about just the 2010s. I'm talking just the 2010s in the bubble, not in the bubble, but in a bubble. The 2010s. If we're looking at the 2010s, yes, that shit was boring. No one gave a fuck about the 2010s. Yes, and in hindsight, looking back, no one gave a fuck about the East because it just turned into. I mean. It's just LeBron again. Like, no one gave a fuck about the East. Everybody that LeBron beat, it didn't matter because you're in the weak-ass East. LeBron goes to the finals. When LeBron did win, early in the 2010s, it mattered a little bit, but niggas still wanted to throw the super team label out there. And then when he went back to Cleveland, the nigga won. It was, but Bogut. But Draymond. And then the year later, Kevin Durant gets there, and it's like, what the fuck do you want him to do at that point? The nigga was getting gentleman swept or just swept in general. From 2016 onward, that shit was boring when it came to LeBron. And then 2019 happens. LeBron's not there. Guess who's there? The fucking Mega Warriors and the goddamn Raptors. And at the time, nobody gave a fuck about the Raptors. Then the Warriors get hurt. And guess what? Mickey ass ring. They beat an injury-ridden goddamn Raptor. The Raptors got a asterisk ring. Oh God! And then the bubble happens, and don't nobody but Laker fans give the fuck about the bubble. You ask the players. Hey man, I was so fucking bored. We just gave up. We let them have it. Like, so yes, the 2010s in the beginning it was cool, but after 2016, that shit was boring.
I like how Domo justifies bad takes just to remain right. I like it though. I like it.
He gave me a 4-year sample size, or about 5-6 years, because the tail end of LeBron's career. Who counts tail ends? So okay, but even then, 2018 LeBron's boring. I know. Is your cutoff post 2016 finals as well?
What happened?
Your cutoff is post 2016 finals as well or not? Are you not counting the 2016 finals or not?
That's what I said. Post 2016. That's what I said. I said post 2016.
I would argue then. Well, it will move on. But at this point, I would argue this is dishonest as hell. 1, 2018 sweeps, but 2, and most importantly, 16 to 2010 is by all accounts exactly what I'm talking about. LeBron is like either your main protagonist or oh my God, yo, somebody please get this nigga out of my league. From 2010-11 season until 2015-16, that nigga is in the finals. That nigga is literally in the finals on some of the best rosters you've seen in your life. And ain't nobody gonna sit there and say from 2010 to 2016 basketball was boring. You've triggered and activated my trap card. And I
Damo, top 3 seasons you've ever seen in your life, man.
Thank you, Soul.
Give me the list. Give me the list.
We're talking about. Hold on, real quick before I do that. We're talking about the LeBron James that went 7 games with Victor Oladipo. We're talking about the LeBron James that swept. No. Let's be honest. The 2018 run was incredible because his second best player was fucking Jordan Clarkson. Let's remember why we're saying
that wasn't boring though. I think that's the point. Is that not the point?
His team was ass, and he's taking an ass team up against Victor Oladipo the year he was.
Now you gotta say Victor Oladipo like Stephen A. Dog. That's the Black Panther, dog.
Wait. Victor Oladipo. We're talking about the LeBronto Raptors getting swept in 4. We're talking about the baby Celtics. And now you want to tell me, that run was amazing because he went and got swept by the Warriors? Bro, please.
He's downplaying 2018 Bron just to be right, dog. All right, bro.
No, I'm not. I'm not downplaying 2018 Bron. I am adding context to what 2018 Bron is. Everyone likes to say 2018 Bron to remove the reality of what the fuck was really going on in the East at that time. And that was the fact that Victor Oladipo took him to 7. He swept LeBronto, and he had to play the baby Celtics. I'm sorry, gang. Game is game. I'm just calling it like it is. I'm taking the fan hat off. I'm not about to do this capping with y'all. Come on. I know I had a haircut. Y'all seen that chat. I'm telling you, I'm just being real. I am just being real. And top 3 seasons, what, by a player in general or top 3 seasons?
Top 3 favorite enjoyable seasons. Yeah, basketball seasons. Yeah.
Oh, for me?
Yeah.
2000? 2001. I'm joking. Nah. All seriousness though. 2010, we beat the Celtics. That was amazing for me. I would say that. 2016, greatest comeback, greatest basketball I've ever seen in my life. And to be honest with you, 2024, this has already been some of the best basketball I've ever seen in my life, man. Oh man. Just great basketball, man.
Take a lap.
Just great ball, man.
All right, last question about the parody, though. Do y'all think, because what we just talked about was our preference as to what we like the league to be. Do y'all think the parody is good for the league, or does the league need the super teams? That conversation.
So, what's personally entertaining, obviously, I admitted to being a villain. The reason why I said that is what's good for the league parody all day, every day. The only argument would be the superstar conversation. And we've had that conversation, and I think that's able to achieve. I think you're able to achieve a superstar despite the parody era. I would say that Ant has been a frame one example of it being possible, especially if Anthony Edwards were to capture a championship. I don't think because he loses next year that superstardom is now gone. I don't think if Luka Doncic doesn't win this year, he will. If he doesn't win this year, that he is not a superstar. You know what I'm saying? So I think it's possible to establish superstars, but it just going to take some time getting the right ones out there. And that may require a bit of dominance in terms of regular season play and in terms of playoff play. But in terms of winning championships, I think it can be this like anybody can win ass era while simultaneously still having superstars. Because what if it's just a cycle between Giannis, Jokic, Luka, and SGA or some shit, for example? So like hypothetically, that checks out as well.
I think parity is great. Obviously, we can sit there and say there's so much parity in the league right now, but I mean, the decade's not over. We don't know how this decade is going to end. We're not even halfway through the decade. So right now, it can look like it's parity, but if the next 6 years, the same 4 niggas that won at the beginning of the decade continue to win in the end, was it really parity? But I would say, yes, parity is definitely always better in my eyes. than a dominant super team. Y'all know how I feel about the superstar versus megastar conversation. You know how I feel about promoting as many players as possible in such a talented league. So yes, the more variety, the better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I still do believe the NBA is going to need a megastar at some point to continue improving. Because when I was looking at the data, like I understand the league isn't extremely down from where it was in the 2010s and the 2000s, but it is on some, it is stagnant type shit. And being stagnant is not a good thing.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, we talked about it on the pod.
I know we talked about it on the pod. And you know we haven't talked about? No, we haven't talked about? And man, no, not Caitlin Clark, but man, oh man, it's just what a day for this guy not to be here, because just to get egg all over his face. Man,
this is crazy. Bro.
Oh man,
my God,
man, oh man. Game 7 of the NBA Finals. Surprise, brought in more live viewers than
on the Real Sports app
Super Bowl, man. I'm just saying.
On the Real Sports app. That shit said 10K live viewers, dog. Like, come on, dog.
Don't read the caption. I'm just saying. No, that says by 10K live viewers. That's how many more than that. Yes, this is the actual view count.
Okay, so there was 200,000 views to 190K views. That's a good YouTube video, Domo. What are we doing?
What do you mean? Live?
200K!
200K live? All right, man.
Kaisenat did more than that, dog.
Kaya nailed him.
Why would we?
Yeah.
Why are we even going there with it? Why would we do that?
Academics. I find academics did more than that, dog.
Why would we do that?
All right, here you go.
Wow. Here we go, bringing up shit.
Long story short, I still think the NBA needs a megastar at some point, but you have to build up these villains at some point, and I do think this Eastern Conference that we got is a step in the, you got to build up the legacy, man. This guy's been to so many conference finals and NBA finals appearances. This is a step in that direction, man. So
that's the only thing I'm afraid of, though. I don't want to hear 12 straight conference finals appearance discourse, dog. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, the finals appearances, that's dope. I don't want to hear he's always in the conference finals. Nah, that sound like some hoopla to me. Speaking of conference finals, man, we ain't brought it up. I have to get the meme off. Hey, Joel, what's up, bro? Hey, Joel, what's going on, bro? I ain't gonna lie, this is getting kind of nasty. Reese, Domo, know that's your guy, but Reese, like Reese too.
Right, guess what? Let's move on. Let's move on. Guess what? A HALIBAN blowing up next. Here's we blowing up next.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Blowing up next.
Now that we have our conversations. Watch out. Now that we've had our conversations about the second round, let's go ahead and get our predictions off. So the conference finals obviously has been decided. We got the Dallas Mavericks versus the Minnesota Timberwolves in the Western Conference. And then in the Eastern Conference, we got the Boston Celtics and the Indiana Pacers. Let's go over to the East first. Who y'all got?
Celtics in 4.
Damn.
Pacers in 6.
Celtics in 5. Domo, explain why. Go ahead, man.
Why Celtics in 5?
Domo, explain, man. Explain.
Why I gotta explain? Sage have to explain. Why I gotta explain myself? HALIBAN, nigga.
Hey, that's why we need OMAR here, fool.
No. All this aside, man. Listen. I've said it before. I'll say it again, man. You can't win without a 1. You can't win with 2 2s. And just because they go out and add a 2, a 3, and a 3.5 don't mean that they about to change something. All right? The pace of them Pacers is going to be too much for that inconsistent, unreliable, undeniable light-skinned fiend. There is not enough text messages to Kobe's phone he can send. There's not enough cheesy Instagram captions. There's not enough, hey, Deuce, guess what? You can do about this. That man is about to go out there and perform the most all-time choke job we've ever seen. I cannot wait to see Bezos go on Twitter and type, "They said you were just a shooter. They said you take bad shots. They said that you do this. They said you do that. How will you respond, Zero?" And he responds how Zero always responds when we stream. How many games is going to be on pod nights? Because we can count them as losses already. God forbid, how many games are they play on pod day?
That's true.
That's an actual factual stat at this point. It's scientifically proven. If we're podding when the Celtics are playing, they're losing. So that's right there.
It's not even the right stat, bro. It's cool, bro.
Nah.
It's when they lose, we're podding. It's not just when we pod, they lose. It's two different things, bro.
Anyway. They play Thursday. Game 1 over. That's one.
I thought that's tomorrow.
Someone said they play Thursday.
Let me double check.
You better hope they play tomorrow, because if they play Thursday, that's a wrap. That's game 1 Pacers right there.
No, they play tomorrow.
Wait, who's the one on the Pacers? Siakam?
Who's the one on the Pacers?
Yeah, the one that's supposed to cook it. Siakam? The more consistent dude in the playoffs?
That's the thing.
You're going to Boston.
No. Hear me out.
McConnell?
Boston has multiple 2s masquerading as 1s. The Pacers are doing something we ain't seen since the Pistons, where who needs a 1, we got a team. Game is game.
Time out. Take a lap, bro. Now I go like 5, 4, 3, 2. Come back, bro.
Game is game, man.
For me, I got Celtics in 4. Yes, Zinger's hurt. You guys are hilariously the better team. You match up very well to stop a guard like Tyrese Haliburton, especially if for some reason, because they just needed to put McConnell on Jalen Brunson, but they didn't do that. So that lets me know that they really don't want to have to play McConnell next to what's his name, Hallie. And if that's the case, yeah, y'all got that big time. Their front court has already been a little suspect as well, and that's like right up y'all alley. Y'all biggest weakness is dealing with a dominant front court without KP, and they don't have that. So y'all honestly should sweep them. This is not me trying to push my agenda. I really was looking forward to Celtics Knicks, not because selfishly I wanted to go to a game. That's just a good half of it. But the other half is This is just like a bad matchup for the Pacers.
The Celtics literally want to play fast. Like that's why we didn't want to face New York, Cleveland, or like from a play style perspective, Miami, is because they slow the game down. But hey, man,
y'all want to develop momentum. Y'all want to play fast? Y'all want to play that fast. The Pacers have this thing on their side, just like the Celtics. The Celtics have the LKIAB curse. Hey man, so far this playoffs, the Pacers got the injury curse. So when you got Jaylen Brown out there and he gets his menstrual cycle
curse. Oh my God.
Wait, hear me out. When Jaylen Brown goes out there and his menstrual cycle starts, so he can't play for a week. When Jaylen Brown, when Jason Tatum goes out there and he gets big lip disease and now he can't play because his lip just big. When Al Horford goes out there and reverse
that curse for them too. What the fuck? We're talking about.
KP already injured. KP's actually injured. So y'all already fit in the mold of being an injured team facing the Pacers. That's all I'm saying. When these injuries pop up, like Jaylen Brown's period starting, Jason Tatum's getting erectile dysfunction, so he can't play. Like when these things start to arise and they can't, Drew Holiday, he gets bitch disease. Like when these guys can't play, we're gonna see. I'm telling you.
Celtics in 4.
All of this happened after that one podcast, Cavs Celtics, and I pissed off Domo. He turned on the Celtics ever since then, man.
Sure did.
That day was so fun. Oh my God. I'll say this about Boston, because I know that'll be a segment for the next upcoming week, and I don't mind repeating myself. But yeah. Y'all handled your business. I can't hate on them. I'll gladly make my jokes. I'll gladly slander. But in terms of like genuine disdain, hate, all-time conversation, diminishing who they went through, I'm not. Hey man, got a lucky draw. Good for y'all. I do think though winning the championship will be a true test, but it's not going to be the Pacers. I'm sorry.
All right, moving on to the Western Conference. Dallas versus Minnesota. Who y'all got?
Look, I say this with a tear in my eye, actually. And you are Ant-Man. You know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus Nas. Oh man. You know, Katie Cat, my go bird, Rudy. And my favorite role player, J Mac, man. Along with Big Naw, never the little one. Mike, you, the real Mike, not the fraud down the sideline. The real Mike. Old clutch Mike. Good point guard. It's your time. I'm sorry. That'll do. You handled business. Looking for. Looking for. He's getting healthier. If he was still on one leg, Mavs in 6. Looking for. I'm sorry.
Okay, so Mavs in 6. Okay.
I have the Timberwolves in 7. This is going to be a very hard-fought series, but eventually, and because Kyrie is his main matchup, he's going to realize all he got to do is tell somebody like Nah or Rudy Gobert or Cat to call Kyrie a nigga, and it's going to throw him off his game. So I can't wait for that to happen. When Ant finds a way to get in the head of Kyrie, it's a wrap.
I remember when
it's a wrap. So, hey, as good as Luka is, he's gonna be out there. You know, Luka's already injured, so he's gonna be out there looking like, yo, where's my guy Kyrie? And got Rudy Gobert calling him a nigga. So he's gonna go into the post game. He's gonna get the rant about the earth is flat. My people are the original people. Hey, my people are the original people, so he shouldn't be calling me anything. I don't care if he's a black Frenchman. He's going to get canceled again. And we're back at square one with Kyrie. And it's a wrap.
This is sick, bro. This is sick.
It's funny because he bullshitting. But if there was somebody to get Kyrie off of his game, it would be Anthony Edwards. Fool. That nigga Edwards sucking the Kyrie. Oh, Lord.
That nigga gonna tell, hey, yo, Rudy gonna be calling that man Kyrie gonna be like, yo, what the fuck does this nigga keep saying to me? Oh, he's calling you a nigga in French. He's what? Oh, yeah, it's a wrap. It's over. It's over.
God damn it, Cap. Lock in.
Oh, my God, bro. All right. For me, I want to root for Dallas because I like being right, and Dallas was my finals pick. But I also like to get my told you so's off. And if we face Minnesota and beat them in the finals, it would be vindicated that we can beat a motherfucker's ass from the Western Conference. So, but who do I got winning? Minnesota in 6, man. I can't lie, dog. I feel like the bigger challenge was Denver, respectfully to Luka, and the Dallas Mavericks. I think the Denver Nuggets were the bigger challenge, and Minnesota proved, hey man, if you can beat Denver, you can beat anyone. I feel like they've gotten to that point for me. So Minnesota in 6, man. It's time for the Americans to rule the finals.
When did we all forsake ourselves? Look at Doncic. He's the greatest player I've ever seen. And I keep telling you guys this, and y'all keep ignoring me. Y'all keep trying to bring up bad games and stats. What is a wolf? What is a pack of wolves going to do to the GOAT? Not a GOAT, but like a goat, if you will. Like a goat, a minotaur. Like a goat of all goat. Luka's he's him. I keep trying. I don't know how to explain it. He's him. He's not losing anymore. It's time. You wanted a superstar souls, you got it.
Well, I'm gonna keep doubting him till he wins. How about that?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not doubting Luka. I just feel like their game plan is gonna be the same thing it was with the Nuggets. They're gonna let Luka cook, just like they let Jokic cook for the most part. They're just gonna try to shut everyone else around him down. So when Rudy and Anna's calling Kyrie a nigga, so he's out of the game. When J-Mac is showing PJ the fact that Brittany Renner was in his DMs, so he's out of the game. When they just realize this nigga Derrick Jones is really a dunker, let that nigga shoot. He's out of the game. Daniel Gafford, when they finally realized, oh shit, this was the nigga that was on the Bulls in Washington, he's out of the game. What else is there for Luka to do? It's not much Luka can do when he realizes, damn, everybody else is out of the game. It's really just me putting up 55, and that's not going to be enough.
All right, and we'll say the finals picks once we get to the finals. But before we head out, hot take of the week, man. Hot take of the week. Sage, go ahead, start us off.
Man, well, you kind of low-key stole mine in the sense of I was going to bring up the Jalen Brunson thing. I was going to double down, but I already made that take recently. So I guess just a random one. Hey, man. Hey, man, that Jamal Murray guy? Yeah, he sucks. That guy's not good. I want to double down on just specifically him. A bunch of shots in the Lakers. You know, the bubble is the Laker arena, so I don't count Bubble Murray anymore. I don't count anything he does in LA. And he's just a big shot palm tree merchant. But when you ask him from start to finish to play good games, I'm sorry, I don't see it. You know what's funny? I seen a Player's Choice short. I don't get a lot of basketball shorts on my shit. Seen a Player's Choice short, Domo, and Devin Booker and Murray was the topic. I'm like, oh yeah. This is when I knew that we ain't really trying to say what we want to say. We just want to say the guy that wins with Nikola Jokic next to him is better. Cause man, oh man, if Devin Booker did these, woo! ooh, and I know that's hindsighty, but my God, I gotta go with the hindsight, dog. If Devin Booker was doing this, oh Lord. Now, am I saying overrated? No. I think we all know he trash. He's a big shot merchant. But, hey, I just want to double down that ultimately he's not that good of a point guard. I can name like 30.
Damo, go ahead.
My hot take of the week stems from our community itself. Let's Keep It a Buck Twitter community. Someone posted in a best of blank compilation, which of the four would have the funniest montage? As we can see, I win by a landslide. But if you scroll down, and not only in these comments, but when I quote tweeted it, everyone was just gawking Omar. Just
you were gawking Omar this fucking
Omar, you gotta lay in this nigga.
I ain't gonna lie,
Omar, you gotta lay in this nigga, bro.
Omar's the funniest nigga. Oh my
hey, 50% of the next part gonna be like this, bro. He gonna be like this, bro.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Damo.
Omar's the funniest thing since sliced bread. Like, I guess. If he was that funny, y'all would have voted for him, nigga. Damn. That's my hot take. Get off y'all knees, nigga. Damn.
Hey, man.
My God, bro.
I know I'm not there. B-Souls,
I'm surprised I was up there. I just feel like I got a lot of. Hey, someone said I got a lot of moments. Compile that bitch up. It's gonna be funny.
You gotta like a yeah. I'm not surprised I'm last. Not surprised Souls is third. I mean, I can see either one.
So you see two videos on your homepage, Sage. Omar's funniest Let's Keep It a Buck compilations. Damo's Let's Keep It a Buck
Which one would I click?
Which one are you clicking on first, man?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Damo's. I click Damo's because Damo's would have like more my style of humor, more random ass shit. Omar shit is like something stupid that starts off and then he goes down a fucking rabbit hole.
Which watch? That's
what the fucking compilation is gonna be. Which watch? That's gonna be fucking 5 minutes of the comp. Which watch? Let me stop.
That's crazy. Yeah. And by the way, I was saying, and Omar, if you rewatch this podcast, trust and believe I think you've seen my streams. I'm literally the guy that does 20-minute tangents. So I have appreciation for that kind of comedy. But Damo's kind of comedy is just random sentences that are like completely unnecessary or even at times just uncalled for. And I think that would be a more interesting video. So I would click that.
I'd probably go with Damo, man. I feel like that video might be like 30 minutes long. I like long YouTube videos.
Oh, wait. So he got 30 minutes of footage. So how long is Omar's?
25. I don't know.
That's like 5.
Omar got a lot of one-liners, like just funny one-liners. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna add up the watch time. I feel like.
Nah. I feel that. I understand. By the way, I know some people gonna comment up. I know I'm last.
I don't know why you be last. I feel like you need at least one host of the year to compete. Oh, too soon?
With that being said, man, let's go ahead and wrap this one up. But a great pod, man. But a great pod. And W set up for Thursday. Say goodbye to the people, man. Jesus Christ.
Get me the hell out of here. Fuck Denver. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, man, look, Thursday, I'll have more less biased, educated takes, but tonight, smoke that Denver shit.
I'm gonna say goodbye to the people, man.
All right, Chad's been your mom favorite midnight snack, the 2-time host of the year, and we will be back Thursday. I hope we pass the tuning exam this time.
Oh my God.
And with that being said, we're out, man. Peace.